Good morning on this beautiful Monday morning, January the 20th, 2025. A new month and a new year, and I hope so far your new year has been a blessing. I will be reading from Mark's Gospel, Mark 3:7-19. This is the healing and the throwing of the demons out, and also Jesus appoints his 12 disciples. So starting at verse 7. Jesus left with his disciples and went to the lake. A large crowd followed him because they had heard what he was doing. They were from Galilee, Judea, Jerusalem, Idumea, beyond the Jordan, and the areas surrounding Tyre and Sidon. Jesus told his disciples to get a small boat ready for him so that the crowd wouldn't crush him. He had healed so many people that everyone who was sick pushed forward so that they could touch him. Whenever the evil spirits saw him, they fell down at his feet and shouted, "You are God's Son." But he strictly ordered them not to reveal who he was. Jesus went up on the mountain and called those he wanted, and they came to him. He appointed 12 and called them apostles. He appointed them to be with him, to be sent out to preach, and to have authority to throw out demons. He appointed 12, Peter, a name he gave Simon, James and John, Zebedee's sons, whom he nicknamed Boanerges, which means sons of thunder, and Andrew, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James, Alphaeus, son of Thaddeus, Simon, the Canaan, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed Jesus. And that's the gospel of Christ. Thanks be to God. Jesus choosing 12 followers to be his disciples, and they were ordinary people. The attributes that caused them to be called were willingness and obedience. A great crowd followed Jesus not only from Galilee and Judea, but even from beyond the Jordan River. As Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him, the moment foreshadows complex themes of loyalty and betrayal that will unfold throughout the gospel. The main point of Mark 3, this passage, is to emphasize Jesus' love and care for someone who needs healing in comparison to the harshness of the Pharisees. On a Sabbath in the synagogue, the Pharisees point out a man with a withered hand and ask Jesus if healing on the Sabbath is consistent with the Mosaic law. We learn from Mark the worst possible place for any and every person on earth to discover themselves to be is outside of God's perfect and pleasing will for our lives. The whole night in prayer to teach us that we must undertake nothing without previous thought and asking for help and guidance in humble and fervent prayer. Our relationship with Christ should be very personal, and remember that Jesus was fully human and fully divine. Mark's life illustrates for us that even sinners and outcasts are welcomed by Jesus. And I'd like to read a small passage from the day by day for today. If those of us who say we know and love God acted as though God was Father of all, above, through, and in all people, every living thing on earth, the very earth itself, that we are premated with oneness, how would things change? I think we can begin living this out by offering everyone kindness and compassion. This then grows into dignity and respect, which eventually evolves into harmony and peace and ultimately becomes simply love. I would like to close with this prayer. Dear Lord, as we embark on this new year, we lift up to you our loved ones, our communities, and the world. May your peace reign in our hearts and in the hearts of all people. Bring healing where there is brokenness and reconciliation where there is division. May the new year bring you joy, peace, and abundant blessings. God blessings to you and yours. Amen. Thank you very much. Have a good week. Take care and God bless.